Welcome back to my channel. So to do this particular bag, you'll need your bead. This is 6mm bag bead. You need your thread 0.7, scissors for cutting. Okay, so let's jump into it. So you will start by making the bead mat chaining. So I'll fix 4 beads on any side of the thread and then cross the last one. Hold the ends together, making sure they are equal. Okay, and then I'll continue by picking 3, one on the left, one on the right, and then you cross the third bead. So you continue like that. You pick 3, one on the left, one on the right, you cross the third bead, okay. So you're going to do this till you have 17. So now I have 17 chains. Okay, so I'm going to turn with the 18th one, so we will have 18. Okay, so 10, you pick 3, you fix 2 on any side of the thread, and then you cross the third bead. Okay, and then now we start with the second row. So I'll pick 3, fix 2 on the left thread, and then cross the third bead. Okay, so if yours is like this, it is your right. Okay, but always make sure you fix it on this side of the thread. So I am doing this because someone asked me whether you can use the normal bead matting method to do the trending beaded bag, the one I did a tutorial on it before. So yes, you can actually use the normal bead matting method, which is what I am doing. So now you continue by picking 2, fix 1 on the left, you cross the second bead, you enter 1, you pick 2. Okay, so that is how we are going to do to build it up. So now it is time for us to complete this line, and then we start our third line. Okay, so I'll enter this bead with my right thread, pick 2 beads, fix 1 on the right thread, the same thread, and then you cross the second bead with the left thread. Okay, and this is it. Now to start the third line. Okay, so this is how you always close your line, and then you start another one. Okay, so to start a new line, you see these 2 threads, one is towards the main work and then one is up. So you always fix, when you are starting a new line, you always fix the beads on the top thread, which is now in my right thread. But it doesn't matter, you just have to know which thread that you fix the beads on. Okay, so I'll pick 3, fix 2 on the top thread, and then you cross the third bead. And this is how you start a new line, and then you start entering the beads. Mind you that you have to pick the 3 beads before you start entering the beads. Okay, so you enter 1, you pick 2, so you will have to continue like this. Okay, with the same process. So we have 18 here, so you'll have to continue till you have 32. However, you can either reduce it or increase it. Okay, So after you've gotten your 18 by 32, it's now time for us to close the sides. Okay, so I'll count 12 and fold. Count 8, okay, and then fold. So you will have 12, 12, and then the base will be 8. So now let's close this side. Okay, so you'll have to cut a new thread, and then I will enter these 2 beads. Okay, and then you pick 2 beads, you fix it on the left thread, then you cross the last bead, which is the second bead. Okay, so you enter the next bead, you pick 2, you enter the next bead, you pick 2. So you continue till you get to this end. So you know this side the base is 8, so once you have 7, the next thing is to enter these 2 beads here. Okay, with your right thread, and then you pick 1 bead and cross it. And there you go, the first row is complete. So now to start a new line with this side of the thread, you enter this bead here, and then on that same thread you fix 2 beads, and then you cross the second bead. Okay, and then you continue with the bead matting process. You enter 1, you pick 2, you enter 1, you pick 2. So once you get here, you enter these 2 beads, this one, okay, and then you pick 1 bead sorry, and then you cross it. So that you can start a new line. So to start, you enter this one, you pick 2. So that is how you will be able to close this side. Okay, when you've gotten to this part, when you are done, okay, so here is left with just 1 bead. If your thread has become short at this point, you can just tie, but if you have more threads like I do, you fix it on this side of the thread. Okay, and then you enter this 3 beads or 4, yeah, all these 4 going this way. Okay, so you come down through this one, and then you enter this 3. Okay, okay, so this is where we have our thread, and this is what we want to achieve. But if your thread was short and then you tied it and cut it off, you will have to cut a new thread and then fix it in this bead here. Okay, so you know this is the side, so the first bead of the main side, okay, the first bead, and then we are going to build it up by decreasing it. Okay, I am going to sew a lining for this bag with a zipper, okay, for another video. So I will urge you all to subscribe so you'll be notified when I upload that video. So when you get to the last one like this, you enter the next bead, and then on that same thread I'll fix 2 beads and then enter this bead downwards, okay, and then enter these 3 beads, and then you enter this bead with the other side of the thread. Okay, so now we have 10 here, and then we've skipped 1 here. So when you get here, you will have to skip this one too. So we are going to be decreasing it. So this is 10, the next one will get 8, 6, and so you continue till you have 4. So I'm showing you this one more time. So we are skipping this one, so I'm going to end this row on this bead. So I'll enter that bead, pick 2 beads, fix it on the thread that I used to enter that bead, and then go through this bead here downwards, and then with that same thread you enter these 3 beads, then use the other thread to also enter that bead. So you see that the first one we had 10 and now we have 8. So the next one you have 6 and then 4, and then we are going to end on the 4. Okay, so when you are done with this side, you do same to the other side as well. Okay, so now we are going to join it like this, and then we will just add some to it to form our handle. Okay, so as simple as that. So we are just going to join this, and then we are going to join it without beads. Okay, so I will urge you all to watch me carefully as I do it. Okay, so you can start from the top to the down part, or you can start from the down part to the top. Okay, so I always prefer starting from the down part to the top, as when you get to the top you can build the handle. Okay, so watch me carefully here. So I entered this bead with the down part of the thread, so I am going to enter these 2 beads. Okay, not this one but these 2 beads. So one trick is that you have to notice where there are space. Okay, so you see that after every 2 beads there are some space. Okay, so we want to close that space, so you will enter 1 bead from this side and then 1 bead from the other side. Okay, like that. And since we are closing it without beads, I will use any side of the thread. So let me use my right thread to cross this bead here. Okay, this very one, like this, and then with that same thread, okay, this one, the one towards this side, you will enter these 3 beads. 1 2 3. Okay, 1 2 3, like we usually do. Okay, and then when you get to this third bead here, you use that same thread to come to this side, and then you enter these 2 beads to close this gap here. Okay, to close this gap here. So with that same thread that we entered these 3 beads with, you use it to enter these 2 beads to close the gap. And then now you use the other thread to also enter these 2 beads to close the gap at this side. And now you can use any thread to cross either this one or this one. Okay, it all depends on you. So let me use this one to cross the other bead, this bead, and then it continues like that. So as you've seen, it has been closed. So we are just left with one gap to close, and that will be it. Okay, so I entered these 3 beads, so I'm going to the other side and then enter these 2 beads to close the gap. Then you use the other thread to cross the bead. So you can continue to close this gap as well, but I will leave it at this. Okay, so that I will have some space in here for my zipper, because I'm going to attach a zipper to this bag, so watch out for that video. Okay, so you subscribe, and then when you subscribe, hit on notification bell so you'll be notified, okay, when I upload that video. Okay, so we're going to do same thing to this. So when we were building this side, okay, we just started from one bead here, one bead from the side, but you can decide to start from the second, the third. It depends on you. And then mind you, the more you start from here, the higher the handle will be. Okay, so I've done that to the other side, and then I have fixed my handle. So I believe you all can do this. Okay, so I just didn't show you how to do it. Okay, Ebenezer, this is how far the Lord has brought us. Somebody shout hallelujah. Yes, so I am done with the handle. I believe you guys can do this here, because the kind of work I am seeing, oh God, yeah, some are even much nicer than what I did, and then I am very much happy. So I believe you guys can do this. If you face any challenge, don't hesitate to let me know, because some of you have reached out to me and I am helping you through videos, through audios, and all sort of. Yes, so thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.